Lost and found. This comes up all the time. This is how I handle it. You tell me how you handle it. You do what you like. I'm not saying you should do it like this, but this is just how I personally handle lost and found. Now, if you're not familiar, okay, I'm going to give myself some room here. If you're not familiar, lost and found happens often. We happen to be lost and found headquarters of every wedding as DJs, okay? Every private event, generally speaking, if you're DJing a private event, you are the lost and found headquarters. I don't know why. I didn't choose it. You didn't choose it. We didn't choose it as a unit, okay? We didn't choose this. We didn't pick this life. The life chose us. For some reason, when something is lost, a random item is found on the ground of the dance floor somewhere, people tend to bring it up to the DJ booth and say, hey, this person, this was just found. Here you go. And they hand it to you. Probably because you got a microphone and they expect you to announce it, okay? But that brings me to the number one rule of lost and found. And that is you have to avoid announcing it. Again, you do what you like, okay? But hear me out. This is how I feel about this whole situation, okay? I avoid announcing it. There's only certain situations where I would announce it. And I avoid it because I think the announcement is just tacky. And I don't like announcing things I have to announce, like cake, or the shuttle outside. I hate all that shit, let alone something that do I have to announce this, right? What is the item? Announcing anything, because this usually happens when you're dancing, okay? Let's be honest. You're not going to get a lost and found item as soon as you walk in, as soon as they're walking in the ballroom before you do intros or something. That's rare. It's usually later on. People get drunk, they're dancing, whatever. Something falls off while they're, twerking on the dance floor. That's usually when it happens. So now I got to stop the dancing for 2 seconds to make the announcement or just yell it over the song and barely anybody hears it, but it might stop and take people out of the zone for a second. I don't want to mess up nobody's two steps. I don't want to mess up my flow. I avoid the announcement, okay? Unless there are a couple exceptions, okay? If it's something important, let's say medically important, I'll announce it. If it seems urgent, if the item is wow, whoever owns this item should have it back immediately, obviously I'm going to announce it, okay? If it's a bottle of insulin, or I don't know, someone's fake teeth or... So what would be something, a prescription to Xanax? Something medically they would need right away for some reason. Then of course I'll announce, hey, who's Xanny's? You want to announce that. Now, if it's jewelry I'll announce too, because it could be, it's definitely important, but it's got to be a certain level of jewelry. When I get handed jewelry, I'm appraising that shit, okay? That's the first thing I do. Listen, someone dropped this jewelry, this earring, this ring, this whatever, this bracelet, this necklace. This was found on the dance floor. I'm gonna stop what I'm doing now. I'm gonna let the song play, and I'm gonna praise that shit, okay? I'm gonna praise it because I'm not gonna. Listen, minimum grade J diamond. If it's a diamond, if it's not a J or higher, I'm not announcing it, okay? If it's a cloudy ass yellow diamond, it's not worth the... I'm sorry, your mans should have got you a better ring. Look, cubic zirconium, kiss my ass, okay? If it's fake, definitely not getting announced. But I'll even take it to the grade J. And I think that's being nice, okay? It just generally needs to be colorless. When I look at the ring and it's not colorless, okay, if it's got some serious imperfections, I'm not going to go out of my way to announce it. And I know what you guys are thinking, well, what about they have to get it back? You're being such an asshole. Of course they're going to get it back. See, the alternative is when you don't announce it, it's no big deal. It's not like you're taking it from them. At the end of the night, you're going to give it to the staff and then it's going to be in their lost and found and they will recover it when they'll realize it's gone. Eventually they'll call the venue and they'll get it. They'll work it out and they'll get it from the venue, or they come up to you direct and say, hey, I lost something. Have you found it? And then you give it to them. I'm not saying I'm not going to give it. I'm not going to return it to its owner. I'm just saying I'm not going to stop the whole party to announce a fake ring, or one of these fashion earrings you get at piercing pagoda. Because I would say the large majority of lost and founds are something like this, right? A cheap earring, a cheap necklace, an accessory, something just, it's not real. It's $4. I'm not going to stop the party for it. You do what you like. You let me know what you personally do, but for me, I'm gonna instant appraise it, and if it's not up to par, it's not getting announced. And that's my general rule. Because remember, you just turn it into the venue afterwards. Whoever's missing that item will get it back. You're not preventing them from getting it back. You're just preventing them getting it back that second at the cost of your party. Every wedding's a Super Bowl, people. Don't stop the party for something stupid. And I think that's a mistake a lot of rookie DJs make, because you feel bad and you feel obligated. You get handed an item. It was lost. Oh, I got to announce this. Anybody own this ring? Nobody's, don't worry about it. Okay? Unless it's crazy. Unless you're holding that item and you're like, oh man, this is crazy. I can't believe this is lost. I've had whole wedding rings handed to me. Just hold on to it. Unless it's something crazy, don't announce it.